I'm going to say 2 words and then I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath and not get scared. Ready? Artificial intelligence. The very second anyone hears these 2 words, they have these different kind of images that get conjured up in their mind. One where everyone's life is smooth and perfect due to AI, and the second where AI takes over the world, and for us humans, life is over. Now it's time to readjust these 2 extreme swings of the pendulum and understand what exactly artificial intelligence really is, because frankly, AI is one of the greatest inventions in history. In simple words, artificial intelligence essentially means giving machines the ability to think, to process, decide and execute like a human or near that. On its own, a machine cannot contemplate what's right, what's wrong. That's where AI comes in. And despite the fact that we think of it as something from the future, AI is something that you and I, we all interact with on a daily basis. I mean, we're using it all the time, mostly without even knowing that we are. AI is a part of our daily activities like shopping, streaming movies, photography, searching for information online, even driving. The list is absolutely endless. Now, you could even say that AI in today's time is like electricity 100 years ago. While we may think that AI is only for big, bulky machinery or robotics or factories, that's not actually the case. We started realizing the true potential of AI for personal use when 4G networks became mainstream. 4G gave us computational power to shrink AI to a small chip and put it inside our smartphones and take it with us wherever we actually went. With this, our smartphones became smarter and started to get to know us in a much more accurate way. AI gave big tech companies the ability to predict our behavior, actions, and preferences, and in turn, we were served up with a much better user experience, one that had fewer glitches and had a lot of increased satisfaction. A good example of this is how our smartphones can now perform up to 26 trillion operations per second, and that too with maximum efficiency. AI enriches our day-to-day activities like taking photographs. When we take a picture, the AI engine inside the smartphone gets to work and make sure that in milliseconds between us seeing something on our screen and pressing the shutter button to capture it, AI decides on thousands of things like the amount of light there is there, focus, colors, the subject in the picture, what's in the front, what's in the back, and it adjusts the camera settings to give us a perfect image. Now, AI is not done yet. Even after the picture is captured, but before showing it to us on the screen, that image is cleaned up of most of the noise, HDR is perfect, and most importantly, the picture looks stunning. Now, AI is also really important in video. Do you know how smartphones are coming up with these super stable video modes? How do they do that? Part is hardware, the rest is artificial intelligence. The most common use of AI on our smartphones, of course, is things like voice assistants. We often call on these to help us set our alarms, remind us of an important meeting, or sometimes if we're just too tired to type. So now we know a little bit about artificial intelligence and also a little bit about how it helps us. But how do our smartphones get this intelligence? How do our smartphones get truly smart? Think about it this way. Just like you and I have built up and stored memories in our brain over the years to react in certain situations or behave in a certain manner, our smartphones also now learn from us. The AI engine inside the smartphone learns about how we are using our device. It analyzes each and every activity that we do, the kind of online searches we make, the number of times we open a certain app, what we do inside that app. And our smartphones and AI engines are now constantly learning all that and improving. The most common example of this would be, let's say, gaming. Whenever you're playing against the CPU or against your own machine or phone, you're essentially playing against the AI engine, which learns your moves and tactics and tries to beat you at your own game. Now, this is why games continue to get harder and also keep us more engrossed. What we're witnessing today is most probably just the tip of the iceberg. The best of AI is yet to come in the near future. And the company that's been driving this, the force behind it all, is Qualcomm Technologies. Qualcomm has been focused on delivering a highly optimized AI engine that can run various applications on low power stuff like a Snapdragon processor. So now that we understand AI a little bit more, let's find out how many people truly realize that they're using AI on a day-to-day basis. We went out on the streets to find out.
For me, it means that computers can kind of think on their own and make decisions on their own without getting help from humans, so they can use some algorithms to make decisions.
मशीन को इंसान की सोचने की क्षमता बढ़ाने के लिए
Artificial intelligence means something which is intelligent and self-evolving in itself and does not require human support or inputs into it.
AI to me is like I'm programming something to give me such outcomes.
Like when the computer on our behalf does a lot of thinking and does a lot of our work.
It's an enormous part, yeah.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yes, I strongly believe my phone use AI.
Absolutely, it does.
Like simple things like, for example, when an OTP comes in a phone, it is put in automatically by the system.
So the translator that we have, language translator.
AI can be improved and it can do a lot of things if the computers can kind of collaborate.
AI can be improved, by not intervening your privacy.
I think AI is already so evolved. What we see and experience is probably 1/10 of what it actually is.
Artificial intelligence can be improved by increasing privacy.
In the coming future, how I see it, that most of the things won't require human effort and everything will be dependent upon artificial intelligence.
Future is AI.
Yes, of course.
I'm not sure if it will be entirely dependent, like there would always be a place for like humans and kind of human offering care.
Any day.
Yeah, I think the future will be dependent on artificial intelligence heavily, up to a point where it can be harmful.
Let's now go and talk to Dhananjay Gore, VP Engineering, Qualcomm Technologies. Dhananjay, thank you so much for joining us. Now, we hear a lot about the usage of AI on phones. Can you explain to us a few examples of where AI is being used on the phones that normal daily consumers actually use?
That's a great question, Rajiv. In fact, today AI is all pervasive. Smartphones, machines, vehicles, and a bunch of other platforms are all becoming more intelligent with artificial intelligence. They can perceive and observe and learn user behavior with a context. Such learning in turn can help it anticipate user needs and react intuitively based on context. For example, AI on smartphones offers enhanced experiences and new capabilities such as true personal assistance, superior photography, extended battery life, enhanced connectivity, natural user interfaces, and enhanced security. There are many other use cases in development as well. Right? More examples, biometric-based authentication for payments, diabetic retinopathy, where you have to take a photo of your eye using your cell phone, and that helps you to detect diabetes.
Now, one of the big questions that always comes up is that, okay, we understand there's AI in a phone, but how does Snapdragon enable these AI experiences?
Qualcomm has been investing in artificial intelligence for over a decade now, since November 2007. The Qualcomm engine is now in its 6th generation, and also our continued R&D and leadership in low power processing and connectivity, cellular, wireless LAN, is essential for enabling all kinds of new artificial intelligence experiences. We enable these experiences through an engine that leverages various building blocks of a Snapdragon processor, such as CPU, GPU, and then a special purpose compute block called a DSP. This heterogeneous compute and connectivity platform allows us to support a very wide range of AI experiences while keeping power consumption to a minimum.
Now, how has AI evolved over the years, and where do you think it's going in the future?
That's a great question, Rajiv. Artificial intelligence-based applications have just begun with cloud and 4G. As we move to 5G and devices become increasingly more powerful, we expect several new areas to emerge with AI-based applications such as autonomous driving, gaming, network optimizations, video streaming, and surveillance.
Thank you, Dhananjay, for joining us, and I hope I can get to talk to you once again in the future.